a tip in financial literacy. But remember this, you will never ever get it on just a tip. You've got to study this stuff. But hopefully this will get you going on doing your own studying and your own research. Okay, so here's the deal with savings accounts and CDs. Did you know that a CD, a certificate of deposit, in reality is just a euphemism? It's a stupid euphemism for certificate of depreciation. So when you throw your money into a CD, most people that do this, if not everybody that does it, I would say probably everybody that does it, or else why would they do it? They think it's a good idea, like it's smart business to put money into a CD, a certificate of deposit. But in actuality, it's depreciating. That's why they invented that clever little euphemism the banks did called deposit instead of depreciate, because not a lot of people are going to show up if it's depreciating, but that's what it's doing. So, okay, you're gaining some interest, some dividends, so I know you have no idea what the heck I'm talking about, but it's real simple. The dividends, the interest that you're gaining, whatever capital gains you're gaining on that CD, it's less than the cost of living increase. It's less than inflation. Inflation is higher. Same thing with savings accounts. The only difference between a bank savings account and a CD is that with a savings account, you're going to lose your money a little bit faster, or you're going to lose your buying power a little bit faster. With a CD, it's not going to be quite as fast, usually, but you're still losing your money. So who are you losing it to? Here's who you're losing it to. You're losing it to people who are financially smarter than you are. So you want to get financially educated, because in this economy, in any capitalist society, and capitalism is a good thing, wealth is always going to transfer from the financially dumb to the financially smart, or the people that are more financially literate than you are. That's where your wealth is going, slowly but surely, and it's always going to be like that. We could spread out, we could take the entire money supply of the United States and equally distribute it to everybody, and within about 2 years of time, all that money is going to go right back into the same hands, because they have the literacy. So you want to be financially smart. So, so I want you to know this too. The government. We can say whatever we want to about the government. I don't think most of us are fans of the big fans of the government. I know I'm not. But the tax code is pretty much exclusively written to incentivize economic growth, which is a good thing. The tax code, I think, is a good thing, and we can debate all day long about how to structure it. But overall, the incentive of a tax code is a good thing because it incentivizes economic growth. And the reason why we're not getting the economic growth is because we are failing the tax code. For example, there is no tax incentive whatsoever to open up a bank savings account or to put money into a CD. But that's what most of us do when we get extra money. That's the first places that we put it. And not only is there no incentive to do it from the government or from the tax code, but you actually get penalized for it. Okay, so check this out. Not only are you losing your buying power because the interest rate or the dividends is less than the rate of inflation, but you're also being taxed on it. So you are being taxed to lose your buying power while you transfer your wealth slowly but surely to people who are more financially literate than you. That's the bottom line. The government doesn't even want you to park your money into something like a CD or a bank account because it's not doing anything to stimulate the economy. The government wants you to be an investor, a business owner and investor. You got those two things going for you. You may never have to pay taxes ever again. Technically, you'll still pay them, but you'll be reimbursed every penny. So in the end, you're never paying taxes again. 2 years now, I haven't paid income taxes, going on my third year. Now I'm paying them and I got my quarterly payments, but I get it all back every year. So in the end, not a dime goes out. Instead of the government doing God only knows what they do with that money, I don't think they're spending it very wisely. To you, I get to spend that money, I get to invest that money. Spending is certainly not the right word, but I get to invest all that money right back into myself and into my business. It's all a business expense, a business investment, which means because I've invested all that money back into my business, I'm going to have a bigger business the following year, which means I get to invest more money into my business. Otherwise, I got to give it to the government. And you get this velocity of money thing happening where you keep growing your investment vehicle as well as your personal income and whatever else that you need to. And it's all incentivized in the tax code. It's pretty cool. If you're not a business owner and investor, then you're on the side of the fence that's really being screwed by the tax code. And I can understand why you hate it, because they just keep taking all this money from you. I hear the term, just lost another pound of flesh with this month's bills. That's because you're not financially educated. So if you get financially educated and apply what you learn and you get good at that, then you can be, some of the few people that gets all your money back. So in the end, you're not losing that pound of flesh every month, and you quit parking your money into savings accounts and CDs and slowly but surely transferring your wealth and being taxed to do so, not intelligent. And you can have a lot more of the things that you want. And if you're a big giver, which I think is the coolest, then you're going to have more to give to whatever your causes are. So get financially educated. Is it worthwhile to be financially educated? Yes. Yes, it is. Is it worthwhile to have an investment vehicle? Yes, it is, because the tax code incentives are there, which is going to give you so much more. And here's one reason why a lot of people probably won't do it. If you're going to be an investor, that means you have to gain a new skill set in something. And if you're going to gain a new skill set in something, that means you got to invest some, not only money, but time. You got to spend some time developing those skills and putting it to use. And a lot of people don't really want to do that. They just want to stay stuck, and they stay stuck in debt the rest of their lives, transferring what little they do have to people who are more financially literate than they are, along with their kids' inheritance and all that other stuff that they had plans for that they're going to fall short on. So, in the end, is it worth it to learn a new skill set for an investment vehicle of your choosing so you can become an investor and reap all the rewards that go with it? Is it worthwhile? Yes, it is. In my opinion, it is. And you have to attach a reason or a purpose to it. Maybe you got some kids you want to send through college so they can start day one out of college without a six-figure debt on their back. That's a pretty big reason. Maybe you got some parents who are getting up there in age and you don't want to have to put them into a nursing home, and you want to be able to have fair-at-home health care so they can pass on into the good night where they live instead of someplace where they don't want to be. Who knows? Maybe you want to take your kids, your family, yourself on a nice vacation somewhere. Maybe there's some cause that beats true to your heart. You want to have more to do with annihilating cancer in more people's lives, and that takes a lot of money. Maybe you want to save the whales. Maybe feed some more starving kids. There's 1 billion people in the world starving to death. It takes lots of money to solve that problem. So get financially educated for whatever your reasons are, and quit transferring your money unknowingly to people who are more financially intelligent than you are, and gain that intelligence so that you can keep your money and you can start multiplying your own money instead of dividing your money.